Yo, what it do? SRT gang. Get your boy with the fat SwaggyReacts, and we are back with another reaction video, man. And shouts out to that chapter. Now I know we ain't reacted to that chapter in a minute because damn, well I don't even, again. I know it's been a legit year since we reacted to that chapter, but we're finna dive right back into their videos. So whatever. So we're gonna be reacting to one of the latest ones that they just dropped like a couple days ago, called "The Murderous Teen Couple That Turned on Each Other," bro. The Tylar Witt case. So like, share, comment, subscribe, gang. If you guys want more content of like that chapter, man, and y'all already know Scary Hour is continuing on. I'm telling y'all, bro, we about to go crazy every night for Scary Hours. So make sure you guys got them bells and notifications on. If you didn't get the notification, unsubscribe and then subscribe back to me, man. That's the whatever. YouTube been tripping lately, but I ain't finna hold y'all up. Like, share, comment, subscribe, gang. Let's get this video 500 likes. I ain't finna hold y'all up. That chapter. Let's get into it.
Hey you, and welcome. My name is Mike, and in this solo video, we are looking at a pair of star-crossed killers. Because when two young folk saw people get in the way of their plans, well, that just wouldn't do. When a single mother did not like her daughter's new boyfriend, she kicked him out of the house. She got a friend to come and threaten him, East Coast style. And then she even filed charges against him. You'd think that would stop him. It would not. The couple only saw one way out of this, but it's probably not what you think. This makes no sense, but tragedy and stupidity rarely do. Please subscribe to see new videos every week. Now,
oh man, bro,
let's give it a go. This old story takes us to just outside Sacramento, California, to a town called El Dorado Hills. That's a good ass name for a town. Does it live up to it? Oh yeah, actually. By all accounts it does.
Never heard of it. It's a small little town.
It's a small but growing town with a very connected community, and it's lively. It's got a real spirit, and as the name suggests, it's a wealthy place nestled in the foothills of the Sierras. On one side you've Lake Tahoe, the national forests, the mountains. On the other side, the Central Valley. It was in that town, the year 2009, that Joanne Witt, 47 years old, and her 14-year-old daughter, Tylar Witt, lived. In a nice house just sitting off Folsom Lake, on the northern side of town. Joanne was smart as a whip, came from a big family that were well-to-do, and Joanne worked as a civil engineer for the county. Her young daughter, Tylar, went to Oak Ridge High School. And things were okay. See, it was just Joanne and Tylar. The dad, he was never in the picture at all. And things were rocky between them at best. Always had been. Joanne always wanted a child, not so much a partner. And so she was so happy to be raising Tylar by herself, and she always had the support of her own family close by. Joanne was very close with her parents, Norb and Judy, but when Tylar was 5 years old, she was taken from Joanne after Joanne hit her. And as she grew, Tylar would repeatedly run away from home, crash with friends, that sort of thing. They did not get on well. CPS would be called to the home a number of times. It seems weirdly that Tylar would call 911, pretending to be her own mother, Joanne, saying that her daughter was beating her.
Oh yeah, this is getting bad already, bro. To the point that the child is calling them, pretending to be the parent. It's bad. It's bad.
Excuse me, I need to report vandalism and physical abuse. When did this happen? My daughter, Tylar Witt, has physically assaulted me and she's vandalizing my home.
Where is she right now?
She's upstairs.
Do you need to go to a safe place?
No, I can go outside.
How old is your daughter?
She's 14.
Did she assault you also?
Yes, she did.
It's some weird shit. Then during that same call, Joanne, the real Joanne, came on the line, and she in fact was injured. Tylar was beating up her mother, then calling 911, pretending to be her mother, to get rid of herself.
Yeah, that's kind of...
Hello?
It's kind of crazy.
That was my daughter.
Is your name Joanne? Are you safe?
I don't know.
Okay. Are you injured at all?
Yeah.
Okay.
It seems Joanne was trying to do everything she could for her daughter, to support her, to love her. Sometimes she obviously went a little bit too far, but she just wanted the best for her, and she didn't want her to leave. She didn't want her to be taken away. She gave.
And this is why a dad is super important when it comes to a child. You know what I'm saying? Especially a woman. Just just in general, bro. For like boys and girls, bro. That's why always good to have that father figure there, because I'm pretty sure if her father was in her life, she wouldn't be acting the way that she's acting. She's acting like that because she don't have a father figure in her house, and she man, it's super important to have like both of your parents, pretty much, man. For real, it's super important, man.
She just wanted the best for her, and she didn't want her to leave. She didn't want her to be taken away. She gave Tyler everything. There were only the two of them in this massive 5-bedroom house with a pool. They had vacations, piano lessons, horseback riding, you name it. But nothing worked.
Had everything that you ever
Everything
wanted.
was just a band-aid for their relationship.
Except you got everything that you ever wanted, except for that father figure.
It was then June 15th, 2009, a Monday, that Joanne's boss could not get through to her. Joanne hadn't showed up for work, and calls to her were just like ringing out. And the thing was, Joanne had been a no-show at work the Friday before also. When she didn't show up for work on Friday, they thought, okay, maybe she's off doing things, with her daughter, whatever. But then the weekend passes, and she's a no-show on Monday also.
Oh no.
Calls are going nowhere. They even went, knocked on her door. The house was dead quiet.
Oh no.
Something was off.
Something
Her boss called her parents,
Taylor
Norm and
did
Judy,
something.
who had just returned from traveling the country in an RV. Her parents said, we're not too far away, we'll go check on it, we have a key to enter the house. But Judy's boss said, I'm one step ahead, I've already called the cops just to do a welfare check and just to be sure, because, if the parents haven't heard anything else, then something's definitely weird.
Yeah.
Outside the home, police didn't see anything strange. Her car was in her garage, and they eventually gained entry. Walking around, nothing strange or out of place. That was until they reached the master bedroom. Lying half on the bed, under the sheet, was a body. And the sheet was blood red.
Oh my god, bro.
It was Joanne. She had been stabbed to death with a very large gaping injury to her neck and defensive wounds on her hands and fingers. It looked like she'd been butchered. In the house, there was no sign of Tyler at all. And thinking back to some reports Joanne had made just previously, they began to think that Tyler may have been kidnapped from the home. From how the scene looked and the fact that Joanne hadn't shown up to work on Friday, she had been killed and Tyler had been taken days ago. They were a good few steps behind on this case. See, 5 days earlier, Joanne had reported the statutory rape of her 14-year-old daughter Tyler by a 19-year-old fella named Stephen Culver. In fact, it seemed like from this...
I hope that's not like a boyfriend of her mom. She's trying to get a groove back like Stella and shit. Like Stella got a groove back and she's dating this younger guy. And he ended up being, oh man, I hope not. I hope not, bro.
Year-old fella named Stephen Culver.
Man, I hope not, bro.
In fact, it seemed like from the scene, Joanne had filed those charges the day before she was murdered.
Yo, hell no. What the fuck is going on,
Trust
bro?
me. I've got...
Oh my gosh, what is going on?
Well, we know that this is a true bombshell in what El Dorado County investigators were calling a true murder mystery yesterday. Just minutes ago here at the Sheriff's Department, they did confirm indeed that a 14-year-old girl and her boyfriend are the prime suspects in the murder.
Whoa, so wait. Please don't tell me the 14-year-old has a boyfriend that's 19. And that's probably why she didn't want to leave. I mean, her mom was just being so over aggressive with her, not letting her go anywhere, and her daughter got tired of it. Like she wanted to be probably with this 19-year-old, or whatever. Like and her mom, wasn't having it, bro. Know what I'm saying? I mean, her mom just wasn't having it, bro. And I can see that possibly being the reason why. You know what I'm saying? But I just hope that's not the issue. But
murder of a 5-year-old mother in El Dorado Hills. In fact, just minutes ago, they released photos of the two who are now wanted. There are arrest warrants for these two teenagers now. On the right, that is the daughter, 14-year-old Tyler Marie Witt. According to sheriff's deputies, her boyfriend is 19-year-old Stephen Paul Culver. He also goes by the alias of Boston. They say they have reason to believe they are now in the Bay Area and that they have changed their appearance.
19-year-old Stephen Culver and 14-year-old Tyler Witt had met about 6 months before all of this, back in January 2009. They had been introduced at a local coffee shop by a mutual friend, and they hit it off. See, they were both part of the, like, no one understands me, man, local goth, baggy jeans, dyed black, Jack Skellington stuff, that local scene. Stephen, who went by Boston, everybody just called him Boston because the reason they called him Boston is because he had a childhood speech impediment, which made him sound like he was from Boston, which... Alright. He had just graduated from the same high school Tyler was now attending, and they bonded over this and that, music, anime.
This nigga just graduated. You want to do it like this? Is yo, bro. You want a 14-year-old girlfriend, bro. You 19 years old, bro. Like, this is what I don't understand about these weirdos out here, bro. Like what make y'all want to just go ahead and date she's not even legal.
Graduated from the same high school Tyler was now attending, and they bonded over this and that, music, anime, school, all that. Stephen was now attending a local college, and he was working at a restaurant, and he was trying to impress girls which were clearly way too young for him. He also dreamed of being a maths teacher, which, I mean, from his interest in women, it's a good thing he... Yeah, that did not happen. They quickly became, inseparable. Tyler, the impressionable young girl. Stephen, well, he sucks. It was in March, though, that their relationship became physical. That is when shit hit the fan. See, Stephen lived in town with his dad, but in April, Stephen's dad was selling the house and he was getting out of state. He was up and at him, right? But Stephen, he worked in town, he was studying in town, and his new girlfriend, who was again waiting over him, was in town, so Stephen didn't want to leave. So Tyler had a brilliant idea she took to her mother, Joanne. She said, you know, we have this big 5-bedroom house. How about we make it a little bit extra scaro? We rent out one of the rooms to this guy I know named Stephen Culver. Now, of course, when Tyler came up with this whole idea, she told her mother that, you know, Stephen, he's just more like a brother, he's just a friend. In fact, he's actually gay. So you don't have to worry about, you know, anything weird going on here at all. And so Joanne said, yeah, and she did not suspect a thing. So now you had Stephen living with his lover and paying his lover's mother $500 a month for the privilege of being able to do so. This is disturbing as shit already.
Yeah, this is crazy, dog. Yo, and her mom actually agreed. Like, no, you having a random guy over here. You know, you got a 14-year-old. He's 19. Claiming to be gay. Come on, well, he probably looked gay. Probably. I don't know. From the picture I saw, he looked kind of cakish. But it's just like, my nigga, like, what? And you literally paying your mama $500 a month to... Oh my God, dog.
And it will not end well. When he moved in, though, Stephen seemed like a good influence on Tyler. She had stopped running away. The mom and daughter didn't fight so much. He helped her with school. But, of course, as you can imagine, as soon as Joanne was out of the room, or as soon as she was out of the house, well, they were obsessed with each other. Star-crossed lovers and all that young teenage shite. Although, I mean, Stephen should be a bit old for this. They also did more than just, you know, that. They smoked devil's lettuce together. They snorted the devil's dandruff. They did pills together. One time, Joanna even found Stephen's little stash of drugs in the house. Joanna was obviously pretty pissed off.
You damn right.
This was in the same house as her young teenage daughter, and the fact that he would be doing it under her roof. But Stephen managed to convince Joanne that the drugs she had found, his drugs, were, you know, just minding them for a friend, definitely not mine.
See, like this is what I be talking about. Shit like this that be happening with shit when people move in. This shit suddenly starts happening. It didn't happen like before you started coming into our lives, and now that you're here, come on, bro. Like, you trying to say you holding it for a friend? When you ain't holding it, when you can hold it for your friend outside of my house. Simple.
You know, just minding them for a friend, definitely not mine. And Joanne just so
Of course she believes
happy
it.
with how peaceful things seemed in the house, she was like, alright, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt.
No,
However,
bro.
the very next day, after she discovered drugs in her house, Joanne just so happened to come home from work early. She came into the house. She was like, Tyler. She no answer. She was looking for Tyler. She went up to Tyler's room, opened the door. Tyler was not in her bedroom, nor in like the living room or dining room or anywhere else. So then, Joanne went to Stephen's room. She knocked on the door, and as she did, she heard rummaging coming from inside Stephen's room. Then, Stephen opened the door. He was only in his underwear. Joanne thought, oh, hell no.
Right.
Barged in, and then inside the closet in Stephen's room, she opened the door. Tyler was in there. Tyler was naked. Joanne was shocked and pissed. She was so stunned that later that same day...
I'm just surprised that she never caught on. Like, you never caught... I mean, they probably played it off well. But come on, man.
She ordered Stephen into the car with her, and they took a ride. And she openly asked him what was going on between the two of them. He admitted the relationship to her. He admitted that it was wrong and that it was illegal. And so Joanne said, well, you're 19, she's 14. If you stop seeing her and get the hell out of my house, I won't press charges.
No,
Stephen,
bro.
he agreed to leave. And the very next day, two of Joanne's friends from work, they came over and they gave Stephen the old, what are you doing with this girl who's way too young for you? And if you don't stop, East Coast style. We're going to sort you out East Coast style, which sleep with the fishes or whatever. They're going to cook him in a big load of pasta. Who knows what that means? But guess what? Stephen did not end it.
Of course.
He crashed with a friend, and every time Joanne left the house, or it was late and she was asleep, Stephen would sneak over. Then one day in early June, Joanne found Tyler's diary, and she was a very good little writer. She wrote down everything, including the sexual liaisons they had, what they did together, how they were in love with each other, that they wanted to get married, but most of all, they needed to get Joanne out of the picture so they could be together. Joanne gave this to the police as proof of their sexual relationship, told police about finding Tyler hiding in his bedroom, and then proceeded to file charges against Stephen Culver for statutory rape.
I walked upstairs, saw that my daughter's door was open. She's nowhere in the house, and his door is closed and he's in his room. I knocked on the door, and I heard the shuffling inside. So I opened up the door, and there's my daughter holding a top, naked like this.
This was on June 10th. This could be charged as either a misdemeanor or a felony. The DA would decide, but regardless would likely lead to prison time for Stephen. When Tyler was informed of this, she was distraught. Right. Not her amazing Stephen, no, not him.
This gentleman, he goes by Boston?
Yeah.
How would you describe your and Boston's relationship?
He was like a big brother to me, but we were very close friends.
Then what did it turn into?
I started to have feelings for him, and then kind of clicked in my head, oh my god, he's 5 years older than me.
Okay. Your mom said that she caught you and him in his room and you were undressed?
No.
Never happened?
No. He's like a big brother to me.
So she's lying. So your mom is just lying. He's answering the door with nothing but his drawers on. But no, like, y'all won't do nothing. Like, if you won't do anything, why are you hiding? Why are you hiding? Why? Like, why can't y'all be in the living room? Like, why can't y'all be in the dining room, outside, sitting on the porch or something? Y'all was doing something y'all didn't have no business doing. Y'all didn't know your mom was coming home early. Come on, man. Like, don't lie.
She continued to deny to the police when questioned, as did Stephen.
What's your relationship with her?
She's like a sister to me. I understand she's 14. I understand all this. I'm very, very scared at the moment.
You need to be honest, because it'll look a lot better if you just come out clean.
Exactly.
And they decided they were going to run away together. The plan? They were going to run away to San Francisco together and end their own lives by eating rat poison. But before they would do that, well, the very next night when Joanne fell asleep, Tyler let Stephen into the house one final time. And one of them was carrying a knife. They felt betrayed by Joanne, and so even though they planned to end their own lives, they wouldn't let Joanne continue with hers. She wouldn't stop them now. Even though she had already filed charges against Stephen and they had already planned to end their own. This doesn't make any sense.
This is crazy, dog.
Now, after Joanne's body was found, the police didn't know how involved Tyler was.
Bro,
They thought
bro, she clearly knew what she was doing because she wanted to be with this dude. She already didn't like her mom because the fact that she didn't want them together at this point. She had everything to do with it, bro. She let him in the house. She knew, like, he had a knife or something. Like, come on, bro. Come on now. Come on now. She's 14, but she know common fucking sense. And I would think the jury would know common sense. She knew exactly what she was doing.
Now, after Joanne's body was found, the police didn't know how involved Tyler was. They thought, because she was so young, that Stephen had coerced her into the sexual relationship, killed Joanne when discovered, and then kidnapped Tyler. Not quite. An APB was put out for the young couple, and the media circus began in El Dorado Hills.
What if I told you you could make money playing video games? You would think it's impossible, or you need to have a huge following over on Twitch.
The morning of June 12th, Stephen and Tyler left the Witt house for the final time. They then went to Stephen's dad's house. It was empty because he was selling it, and they burned all their clothes. They then met up with some friends and hung out with friends for the day, and the friends would later say, not a bother on them. They were happy out. Some crack that day. They then dyed their hair black, and after doing some more drugs, they showed one of the friends the bloody knife they'd used to murder Joanne.
And then again, bro, they're kids. They're stupid. Like, now they're gonna sit here and start running their lips to their friends and all that about what they did and all this dumbass shit. And now they about to go to jail and be, well, I didn't know what I was. Shut the fuck up, bro.
Fled to San Francisco. This was Friday. Joanne wasn't discovered till Monday. Now, in San Francisco, things didn't exactly go according to plan. So, see, they checked into the Holiday Inn in downtown San Francisco. They did some sightseeing around the city, because, I mean, you know, you may as well. Then they went into their hotel room, and they had a lot of rat poison. They mixed it in with red velvet cake they had, and then they started gobbling it up. But red velvet cake is, like, really heavy. You know, you can't really eat too much of it, so it turns out they just didn't eat enough of it to die because of they didn't eat enough to poison, rather than just, like, I don't know, swallowing the poison some other way. Then they were like, okay, how about we slit our wrists? Stephen was not a fan of that one. He's like, oh, it's kind of sore. Jump off the roof. Tyler, she was afraid of heights. Man, can't get anything right here. So instead, they just kind of, like, hung out for a bit. Then, walking the streets one day, a cop spotted them and recognized them from the bulletin. Stephen and Tyler were soon arrested while changing clothes behind a dumpster at a mall. Not exactly this whole romantic, epic thing I guess they'd envisioned. Nope. Got arrested while changing their clothes in a piss-smelling alleyway behind a dumpster.
Good afternoon, I'm Adrienne Bankert. We begin with breaking news in the El Dorado Hills murder mystery. Law enforcement in the Bay Area have arrested the two teenage murder suspects. Authorities in San Bruno, that's south of San Francisco, took them into custody earlier this morning.
When questioned, Tyler had no idea her mother was dead. You gotta be shitting me.
Come on, this is what I be talking about, bro. Like, how you... I don't know. I didn't even notice you were gone.
What happened?
They tried to run away. And Boston decided that we didn't want to live there anymore and decided to just go down to San Francisco to eat together. I was a little upset just because my mom, she wanted me to talk to a detective about something Boston had did that he didn't, and I didn't want to talk to him.
Was this in reference to the diary?
Yeah.
And you were saying that whatever was being alleged was incorrect, and you and your mom were arguing about that?
Yeah.
Let's get down to the point here. Why are you here?
They tried to run away.
Because you tried to run away.
What other reasons?
Been arrested for murder.
What? Who did I murder?
Your mother. We don't need to play this. We already know that you know that your mother's dead.
Give me that.
You put together. Just a moment. Talk to me about your mother.
It's not true. Give me that.
You want an attorney and you want me gone. Okay. That we can do. And unfortunately, we can't talk to you again. Good luck.
Stephen was charged with first-degree murder. Tyler, they didn't know yet the level of her involvement.
Bro.
Didn't take long to figure it out, though.
Bro,
Tyler was charged with first-degree murder and then charged as an adult.
Like, come on, man.
But who had dealt the blow? Well, DNA was found on Joanne's body. Male DNA. But it was minuscule. It seems it wasn't enough to determine if it was in fact Stephen's DNA. Tyler cut a deal with the prosecution and agreed to testify against Stephen. And in return, her charge would be downgraded from first-degree murder to second-degree murder.
Special circumstances in the killing of her own mother, Joanne Witt. Witt and Culver are charged with killing Joanne Witt in her El Dorado Hills home sometime between June 11th and 12th, 2009. Prosecutors say that Joanne was upset about her daughter's sexual relationship with the older Culver and had turned over evidence to the sheriff's department.
That would be the difference of 25 years to life or 15 years in prison, which, I mean, turns out I guess she didn't like him that much after all. And so Stephen's trial began in May 2011. The prosecution said that Tyler had drugged her mom and then let Stephen in. He went into Joanne's room. Tyler stayed outside with her fingers pressed into her ears, humming to herself. And he later came out sometime later, covered in blood, with a single tear streaming down his face. That's Tyler's exact words, by the way. He was covered in blood with a single tear. You sure those aren't
just one tear, just one tear, just one. Just one tear.
Lyrics. The prosecution pushed that Stephen would be the one in jail due to the charges Joanne was filing. He was the older one, the more mature one, the one who, according to friends, enjoyed knives and enjoyed manipulating younger women.
So he has a history.
The defense, though, in turn, attacked Tyler's mental state as she was, key witness for the prosecution. Or should I say, mental states? Because, get this, she was Tyler. She was an angel known as Alex, and she was a demon known as Toby, and each would take control of Tyler from time to time. It's fascinating stuff. Who was in control of Tyler that night, I wonder? You couldn't have better names though than Alex, Toby. Because when Stephen took the stand in his own defense, he said that when he arrived to the Witt house that night, Tyler was already covered in blood with a knife, saying, my mom.
Like, they clearly just sitting here again turning on each other, bro. Like, he said he did it, he said she did it. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Like, both of y'all about to go down regardless, so it don't even matter. She's dead, she's not coming back, and I hope y'all don't come back. I hope y'all don't either.
Is gone forever.
Rest in peace,
Outside
Joanna.
court, a surprise remark from another friend of Culver's who took the stand late this afternoon. Listen to what Dylan Deutsch told Casey.
Like, this is what I'm saying, like with the guys sitting here telling their friends about what they did and who had the knife and all that, and that's gonna explain who did it. Because they were sitting out there showing off the knife, remember?
Ray 3 in an exclusive interview.
I've known Tyler Witt for a long time, and I have a feeling that she has more of a part in it than she's saying. I think she's guilty, to be honest. I think she did it, yeah.
Tyler was saying Stephen had come over and he had murdered her mom. Stephen was saying he did go over, but the mom was already dead by Tyler's hand.
Since the beginning, he has maintained his innocence, and then Friday afternoon, she pled guilty to murdering her mother. And what young girl would plead guilty to murdering her mother if she didn't do it?
Culver's attorney says he was a victim of Witt's too, and revealed for the first time publicly his defense.
Ain't no way you put like a 14-year-old tell a 19-year-old what to do, when to do it, how to do it. No, both of y'all was in on it. I'm not buying it, bro.
In a sense, yes. My position is that he came to the house after the fact. That's our position. The homicide had already occurred before he got there.
Witt will now testify against Culver.
The defense also found a story in Tyler's diary. Remember, she was a good little scribbler. And it was this short story from the twisted mind of Tyler Witt. And it was called The Killer and His Raven. The story was about a young man and his belle who they wanted to be together, but the mother was a real oppressive bitch and wouldn't let them be together. So at the end of the story, blah blah blah, long story short, fast forward, they killed the mother. Sounds vaguely familiar, but I should say the short story, The Killer and His Raven, it's set in medieval times, so completely different.
Culver's attorney also told the jury that after her mother banned her from seeing Culver anymore, Tylar Witt wrote, quote, "If my mom doesn't let me see Boston, I swear to God, I will kill her."
Her diary also expressed numerous times how she wanted Joanne gone.
Oh my God.
After 4 hours of deliberation, Stephen Boston Culver was found guilty of murder and special circumstances of lying in wait, use of a deadly weapon, and killing a witness. That was relating to the statutory rape charge. He was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole.
Yes.
Stephen Culver had a dark side.
Yes.
He took a 14-year-old girl and turned her into a heavy drug user, sex addict, and murderer. May he rot in the hell he wrote so often about in his journals.
My hope is on the prison system, that the prison system will somehow create a slow and painful death. Young men like Mr. Culver are 5 times as likely to be attacked and brutalized in prison. And I actually find that to be a comforting statistic. They're 10 times as more likely to incur deadly sexual diseases.
I just hope he has good luck with his new friends in prison, and I hope they embrace him warmly.
They're going to embrace him, all right.
Tylar Witt was sentenced to 15 years, as agreed with the prosecution. She was granted parole in August 2022.
Oh, so she probably out right now by now, probably. Yeah, it's about to be 2024. She probably out right now. But at the same time, I mean, I understand, probably, I don't know, bro, because I've seen teenagers, like, that's not, 18 or anything like that, get life sentences. 14-year-olds, I've seen it happen, bro. We reacted to videos of kids getting life sentences and they're 14, 15, 16, shit like that, bro. So it's like, I don't know how I feel about that, bro. And I feel like she had a lot more to do with that happening, bro.
Whether the pair ever really intended to end their own lives, I think is debatable. I don't think they really did. I think it's probably more likely just some teen angst kind of bullshit. They just wanted it all. It was all consuming for them and be damned everybody else. Tyler and her mom didn't have a good relationship in the first place. And so Stephen came in,
that's what I feel like she really
knight in shining
had
armor.
more to do with
Once
it, bro.
looked like he might be gone, mom had to go. And then, of course, it comes to trial. Real consequences of, what they'd done. Because she clearly never gave a shit about her mother. But as soon as it was like, 25 years or 15 years, she was like, 15 years, yeah, actually, you know what? That guy kind of sucked, actually. Her own mother wasn't enough to get her to ditch him. But it turns out an extra 10 years in prison was.
Wow, bro.
Thank you so much for watching. It really means the world to me. Hope you enjoyed this whole video. And yeah, here, listen, the next whole video will be up in a couple of days, so please give it a go. But until then, please take care of each other. Please take care of yourselves, because I love you. Mike. Yep.
Hey, man, shout out to that chapter, man. Wow. Like I said, bro, listen, if you guys have children, man, please be careful on who they're communicating with. They're not adults at this point, bro. They're still in their teens, like anything like that, bro. Please be mindful on who they're talking to, on who they're texting, all that stuff, bro. Because all that is important, bro. If you don't want situations like this happening again, bro. Tell me how you guys feel about this reaction, man. Do you guys feel like everyone got exactly what they deserved? And rest in peace to Joanna, man, for losing her life, man, for a senseless reason, because these dumbass kids just didn't want to move on from each other, bro. But tell me how you guys feel about this, man. Like, share, comment, subscribe, gang, and SRT gang. I am out this thing, man. Let's get it.